What's up, my wonderful world of YouTube? My name's Chris. You tuned in to Motivated Living. Thanks for coming and spending some time out of your day with me. Today I'm going to share some things that came in the mail from my good friend Ricky the Civilized Redneck. Out the kindness of his heart, he sent me some decants, and I'm going to share them with you, so sit tight. I'll be right back.
Welcome to Motivated Living.
Change is on the horizon.
Welcome back, everybody. Fresh out the bed. Had to throw a hat on to hide the bed head. Still in my PJs. But today I wanted to bring some decants that came in the mail. Again, Civilized Redneck. He's right here behind me on the screen there. Go check him out. I'll drop a link in the description. Someone who's a good friend of mine dropped something in the mail for me. Now, I opened them a couple days ago. Running behind schedule, of course. No excuse, just running behind schedule, and I apologize. For everybody who's subscribed, I appreciate it. And for y'all who aren't, I still appreciate you visiting, taking a look. Go ahead and take a second, hit the subscribe button, show some support. Thumbs up. Share it if you like. But either way, thanks for watching, each and every one of y'all. So, some decants that came in the mail. There's 4 of them. I'm going to share them with you, spray them on the card, tell you a couple things about them, and then we can go about our day. First one we have here, it's the Amouage Memoir, man. Hopefully it's focusing pretty good for you. It's just a decant. He hand wrote the label, put some juice in there. As you see, I gave it a wearing already. Actually gave it a couple. The first day I had some on each arm. My wife kicked me out the house for a little bit. She told me I smelled like a French streetwalker, for lack of better words. All right, I'm going to give a little spray of the decant on the card. I don't want to waste the juice on my arms because I'm going to go in there and take a shower and start my day here in a minute. But I wanted to get this done for you guys before the events of the day make it where I already put something off and couldn't get to it. I smell the wood quite a bit. It's Memoir, man. I took notes. They're behind you, to the left there a little. So I'm going to be looking up on my dry erase board. And I'll read them to you. It came out in 2010. Gets a 4.26 out of 5 on Fragrantica. Top notes are said to be basil, mint, and wormwood, which I should have looked that up. I'm pretty sure wormwood is absent. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because it did say that the perfumer, which unfortunately I didn't write the name down to give the shout out. I'll try to, when I edit the video, put it in. Built the middle of this fragrance. I'm pretty sure built the heart of the fragrance around absinthe, which I do kind of smell the mint and wood. I smell wood through and through in this fragrance. People have been talking about longevity. I know Ricky said he got like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours out of it. I think he said 8+. I could be wrong. I'm sure you're watching, bro, so go ahead and correct me down in the comments. Me, I got 6 hours of good projection where I smelt it with ease, a little over 6, and then it became a skin scent set pretty close to the skin for me, and that was after I had showered and I did the unscented lotion routine. Man, that smells good. But moving forward, the heart notes are said to be lavender, incense, and rose, which I kind of do detect the rose in it, and your base notes are sandalwood, oak moss, amber, vanilla tobacco, leather, and gaiac wood. I get a lot of woods in this myself. I smell a lot of wood. It's well blended. It's not doesn't seem all over the place. It's pleasant, so it's not offensive. I liked it. My wife liked it. It smells really good. Definitely worth checking out, even if it's a decant. Now, all these decants arrived. They were packaged really well. You had bubble wrap on them. Not a single drop leaked out of any of them, which is awesome, because when you get fragrances, you don't want them leaking in transport. I mean, it happens. Next, the star of the show, in my opinion, he sent me a bigger one because I expressed how much I liked it. I got a sample from FragranceNet, but it was like a small sample from Mancera, a carded sample. And I was like, oh man, I love this juice. I just haven't been in a position to buy the full bottle yet, but it is on my to-do list. This is Mancera Kumquat wood, or Kumquat, whatever. Anytime I say the name, my wife cracks up. She thinks it's funny. Kumquat wood. So yeah, I guess the kid in me can't help but laugh either. Sent me a bigger one, bless his heart, a big old decant bottle. Man, that stuff smells so daggone good. I like it a lot. Now this one was released in 2013, gets a 4.1 out of 5 on Fragrantica. Like most Manceras, the opening's a little harsh. This one isn't as bad as some of the others. I'm sure a lot of y'all are familiar with all the talk about the Cedrat Boisé, or Boise. It depends how you want to pronounce it, I guess. Boisé. I think it is Boisé. This one and that one really don't open loud. I mean, they do, but not offensively loud. Like some of them. I know I have a few Manceras that we first spray them on and it'll run yourself out the room. But then the dry down's really beautiful on them. Now this one is labeled a unisex fragrance. I like that a lot. It opens with grapefruit, bergamot, and spices, which I do kind of get like the citrusy type opening, but wood, of course, through and through. I think it's the sandalwood I'm smelling, and I smell some amber in there. But the heart notes are patchouli leaf. It says floral, doesn't say what kind of notes, just floral notes and amber. And then the dry down or base notes will say vetiver, white musk, and sandalwood. I don't know, I just like it. It's pleasant. It's not offensive. It's not super loud. It doesn't invade my space. Becoming one of my favorite Mancera fragrances. It's in my top three. My first one would be Hindu Kush, Cedrat Boisé, and then this Kumquat Wood. So far are my 3 favorite Manceras, in that order too. Thanks again, Ricky. I really appreciate that, and we'll be wearing that a bunch. Now my next one is also a Mancera fragrance. A very loud one in my opinion, the opening. But it's the Black Prestigio. Now this one was released in 2015. It's said to be a unisex fragrance. Smelling it out the bottle, it smells like it leans more feminine. This one was released in 2015. It gets a 4.4 out of 5 on Fragrantica. Loud. The opening is hit you in your eyeball, which a lot of them do that I've seen in the Manceras. Some of them just sit in the cabinet for that reason. I told Ricky, I said, if any of you guys have ever had the Amouage Shades Wood, this reminds me of the opening of that fragrance. And the opening's ultimately what led me to sell that fragrance. But if you can be patient and wait for the dry down, both of the fragrances are really nice, but it's just a matter of getting past the opening. But that's exactly what it reminds me of. The opening is bergamot, iris, it's orris, but iris, incense, and spices. Which, man, I honestly smell rose, but then that's where this comes in. It's in the heart notes. Patchouli leaf, Bulgarian rose, violet, Nepalese oud, and then your base notes are wood, amber, leather, and white musk. My wife did not like this one on the opening, and I scrubbed in the shower the day because I put some on all of them, and this one still was showing through even out of the shower. Like I could still smell it on my skin. Dry down's really nice. As you can see, I don't know if you see that, how it went completely through the card. High oil concentration there. But yeah, completely, I don't know if you guys can see that little dot. It made completely through the card. It's long and loud, man. That's the best way I can describe it. If you can deal with past the opening, it leans a little more feminine to me in the opening, but Incredible Hulk feminine, or She-Hulk, I could call it. Don't know if it's one I could wear all the time. Maybe here and there in the winter, cold weather, because it definitely has that katana cutting ability. But a good fragrance. I'm not knocking it. Last but not least, it's Montale, which I don't know if any of y'all are familiar. Montale and Mancera stem from the same place. I believe the son stepped off to make this one, but I know it's the same perfumery. I may have said that wrong, but I know they stem from the same place, same roots. This one is called Montale Starry Nights. And if I remember right, this decant came from Raymond Ford and Swift Sense to Ricky. It didn't work for him. So I said I'd give it a try, because I've heard a lot, about the Montales. I just never bought any of them, because from everything I've read or heard about them, they're just like super duper loud and overwhelming. He's like, I'll send it to you to check out. Now this one was released in 2015. It received a 3.9 out of 5 on the Fragrantica rating scale there. The opening is said to be, or your top notes, lemon, bergamot, and apple. Which my nose is messed up when it comes to, like, for some reason I smell the heart notes and the base notes before I do the top notes. And sometimes I skip the top notes completely. So we're all different. I do smell some apple in there and lemon for sure. But ultimately, I'm smelling the heart notes. Well, you have patchouli, rose, and jasmine. I definitely can smell the patchouli and the rose. And now for your base note, it is said to have powdery notes, amber, and white musk. And I can definitely smell like the white musk. To me, this one here leans more so feminine. Like, it's good high quality stuff. It lasts. I can see the oil mark from the bottle. Like it's oil. Reminds me of when I used to sell the fragrance oils and bought them, and it would leave the little rings. So there's definitely, from the cap, it left an oil ring on my table. I mean, they smell good. It does. This one smells good. I just can see, and I tend not to sex them when they're not, if it says unisex, but I more so see a elegant woman wearing this out. Maybe 30s and up. Now, don't take that. I'm no pro. I'm just giving my opinion. You definitely would want to be confident walking around wearing this one if you're a man, for sure. Do I think you can pull it off? You betcha. I think anybody can. You can wear whatever you want. Wouldn't be one I'd reach for on a regular. I can actually see myself donating that one to somebody else who would wear it, because I'm all about sharing the love, just like Ricky did and other you guys who have. You share it. If it doesn't work for you, it's the goal that it can bless somebody else and help them. And I can see somebody else getting a lot of excitement and joy out of wearing that. Whether it be my daughter, my neighbor. I've used decants to help other people get into fragrances, who are used to buying the dollar store type stuff, or, the lower end bottles, or what do you call that? Like rack store type bottles. And I've introduced them to niche and higher end designer stuff, and now they love fragrances. It smells good. I can smell the oud in it too. It doesn't list, dude, but I swear I smell it. It's weird. It's not anywhere in the notes. But that's that. Them are the 4 that I got from Ricky the Civilized Redneck. And I definitely appreciate him. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Go ahead and go check him out. Again, I'll put a link in the description. Great content. He's real. He speaks from the heart. He's not going to blow smoke up your butt. He gives you legit first impressions and reviews. Just like me. Stuff I read are like the notes, because it's memory issues from my head injury many moons ago. So I write those down, the actual notes, to share with you, and then I give you my true take on them. And my winner, again, is the Mancera Kumquat Wood. It goes hand in hand with me saying fragrances are therapeutic for me. They're uplifting, invigorating. This one fits my bill. The other ones, they are good. The Amouage one, definitely. The other 2 might just overstimulate my senses, the Black Prestigio and the Starry Night, to where they would just be an overload for me personally, whether if I like them or not. But I wear fragrances to help me feel good. You definitely will smell yourself all day long wearing any one of them, more so the Montale and the Black Prestigio. Those two were the loudest of the bunch. Kumquat Wood is a little more mellower. You can still smell it, projects pretty daggone good and loud. Amouage was the weakest performer out of the group as far as the safest to wear in any environment. So, thanks again for stopping by, checking me out. I hope to see y'all back. As always, I encourage y'all to keep your heads up, smile, focus on something positive for the day, be happy, and have a great day. Peace.
Motivated living.
Change is on the horizon.